What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of being a flight attendant. And first, like always, I'm going to tell you today I'm in my hotel room. I'm downtown Sacramento, California. Great place to be. Usually it's a nice location. However, COVID is still a thing here in California, so hopefully that doesn't last too much longer. So let's get to it. Before I get to it, I'm going to give you a little bit of a warning, and I'm going to be going through the cons first, and then I'll finish out with the pros of being a flight attendant. And I just need to warn you that you can't get discouraged by all these cons that I'm about to tell you, because it is actually a wonderful job, and despite the bad things about the job, I would never want to be doing anything else. So I'm sure you would feel the same way if you were in my boat. So let's get to it. First thing, missing holidays. I haven't seen my family on like Christmas, Thanksgiving, things like that for a few years now. I could, if I really wanted to, I could pay people to work my trips, but and this does depend on which airline you're at. Certain airlines have different rules as far as like, can you pay people to pick up your work? But in general, everything is seniority based, and when you're at the bottom of that seniority list, you may be missing family holidays, birthdays, things like that. Next thing is irregular hours. You're going across all these different time zones. Your body is going to be messed up. For example, tonight I'm going to bed in California. I wake up, go to New York tomorrow. So that means the next morning I'm going to be waking up on the East Coast at 5 a.m. when that's really 2 a.m. as far as where I'm used to. So your body gets all jacked up, and that's just a 3-hour time zone change. There's many more time zones across the world. Next con is living out of a suitcase. Now, for most guys, I guess, this isn't a huge deal. However, for women, they like to pack all these extra shoes, and here's your 3-inch heels, your 4-inch heels, your makeup bag. This is my Tuesday makeup. This is my Wednesday makeup, all this stuff. So it's really hard for them to pack accordingly, especially if you're out for like a whole 6-day trip. It's nuts. Because you're kind of limited to just being in a carry-on size luggage. Next thing is going to be long flights are boring, but short flights are too short. And what I mean by this is you do your service, your beverage service, meal service, whatever it is, and then afterwards you can only walk up and down the aisle so many times and pick up trash. So you got to find things to do, whether it's reading a book or things like that. But because you can't read, you can't watch Netflix or anything like that. You've got to be kind of alert, watching what's going on in the cabin and everything. So you just kind of get bored on these long flights. But the short flights, 20 minutes, how am I supposed to serve 200 people? You can't. So, and of course, on those short flights is when everybody wants to order 3 drinks and 4 meals. But whatever, you can only do what you can do. So there's no sense stressing over it. But it gets a little frustrating. But just let it go. The last con I've got here is you're always working with different people, and what this means is if you have any other normal job, you go to work with the same people. You get to know them, you become friends, you hang out, you go barbecue, you do things outside of work because they're cool, hopefully. Well, with this job, you're working with at my airline there's 16 or 17,000 of us, so you're never going to get to know everybody, and you're always working with different people. So that's one thing that kind of sucks, but like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So those are some of the cons that actually I didn't even come up with these. What I didn't want to be biased or anything like that and put just my cons or pros. So I texted some of my friends and I was like, hey, if you have time, let me know some of your worst or best pros and cons for our job. So most of these are actually from other people that I had texted and got their responses. So moving on to the pros, if you've made it this far and you haven't been scared away by all the cons, pro number one, of course, is traveling. Once you have the job, you're traveling all over the place. You're meeting new people and you have new opportunities because of all these new people. It's all about who you know, as they say, so you can network with people. And it's really cool. You get all these discounts. You fly for free. You stay in hotels at discounted rates. You get car rentals for very cheap. So there's the whole traveling genre is a great perk or pro to being a flight attendant. Next thing would be flexibility of your schedule. You can actually make your schedule super flexible. Like I said, you may get holidays, you may be working holidays and stuff like that, but in general, your schedule is as flexible as you want it to be, and that's a huge perk. Next pro would be this one I can't talk too much about because it's like safety and security related, and they take that seriously. You're not supposed to talk about it, but it's just going through TSA. As a crew member, you have some benefits that normal people don't, and so it makes going through TSA a breeze, where as a normal passenger you come out of security kind of feeling violated. They probably touched you in somewhere that they're not supposed to. So it's going through TSA is really nice as a crew member, and it just makes traveling much more enjoyable. The last pro that I'm going to talk about today is one of my friends said it's just a relaxed vibe. Now this has a caveat there, which means yes, it's a very relaxed vibe only if you make it. And what I mean by that is there are a million things that you can stress over, but you don't have to. You just have to always remind yourself, I'm never going to see these people again. Of course, you got to follow all the rules and enforce the rules and things like that, but you're never going to see these people again. So why stress over that guy over there put his carry-on luggage sideways and now it's ruining the flow of things. Just let it go. So that's it. Just wanted to make this really quick. Believe it or not, I made this video about 10 minutes ago and it came out to be 20 minutes long. I caught myself rambling way too much, so wanted to do this in one quick take. Hopefully this is shorter than 20 minutes. So anyways, if you have any questions at all about becoming a flight attendant or how to interview, or really, I just want to help out anybody that wants this job. So please comment, subscribe, like this, whatever it is that people do to videos on YouTube, do it, because I want to keep doing this. So anyways, I will see you guys next time.